Hey friends, so we're gonna do something real quick here. I've even thrown the cameras together quickly so I don't know how perfect they'll be. That's not the point. What we're gonna try to do is match as closely as possible the copy that double tracker from SBLB pedals, small board, large board pedals, to the Fjord Fuzz Loke, which does a lot of the same territory. They're different pedals though. So I'm trying to experiment, and maybe some people out there are interested in this as well. Can the Loke do a credible enough double tracker? The copy that nails it, but the copy that, because it's a modulation pedal, also does incredible modulation. It does dual modulation, it does traditional modulation, it does detuning. It's pretty broad and it's pretty wonderful and glorious at what it does. But some of you have seen people talking about the Loke as a doubler. And of course, because it's a random modulation tape sort of digital delay that can go very, very short and switch between short and long, that the short slap and random modulation combined with dry and wet can sort of get in those areas. Let's find out. Let's just find out and see what it does. All right, here's without either of them, just the guitar, a preamp EQ, and reverb from the Vibreverb from Color Tone. That's it. Now let's hear the copy that. Right, there you go. Yeah, I know the guitar needs to be intonated. After I changed strings recently, it got out of whack. I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit. Stay focused. All right, now we'll do the Loke. This is without it. yeah, so there you have it. I turned off the reverb at one point because both employ a little bit of delay if you want to. The SBLB has a time knob, and this actually has a delay time knob, but they're both the same. They're both time. It's just that the SBLB doesn't go as long as the Loke does. The Loke can go up to 400 milliseconds, but at the first stage, if you want to call it that, the basic foot switch without the foot switch in, it's up to 100 milliseconds. So you get that slap at the setting where I had it, which is quite low. You're getting, maybe 30 milliseconds, I think, maybe. And probably from what I could hear, maybe you could hear it too, that's what you're getting with the setting on the copy that. So they were pretty close. The only difference was the modulation and the type of modulation. I tried to match them, and that's why I turned off the reverb at one point so that you could hear the slap. The time differences that they got pretty close, but that the main differences was the modulation. Again, the copy that is a modulation pedal. It can do way more than what I'm showing here. In fact, originally when I got it, I wasn't even using it to do doubling. I was using it as like a chorus pedal, and it was pretty gorgeous as a chorus pedal. And the mix knob is very low because it's a little more luscious at the settings it's at now than the similar settings for the Loke. So I needed to turn the mix way down to get the doubling and have it not be too wobbly. The Loke, as you saw, I was adjusting it, but because it's a delay pedal, I didn't have to turn the mix down as much. However, the mix ended up being at around 1030, on the dial. So, a little higher than it was on the copy that, but still pretty low. So there you have it. The SBLB copy that versus the Fjord Fuzz Loke for doubling subtle modulation. What did you think?